is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
Welcome everyone to GTW, the Declaration of Domination, and happy 4th of July to all my GTW fans out there. We're going to be starting tonight off with the United States Championship on the line as Alpha Crimson representing the Alpha Rangers, the leader of the group, making his way out to the ring, springing into action in tonight's 4th of July special. Tonight, he'll be taking on the #1 contender, Arcangel, who will be representing the Old Gods in tonight's opening United States Championship match here in Declaration of Domination. And here comes his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by the Warrior Princess, Amber Charlotte. Arcangel finally getting an opportunity at a real singles championship. After winning a #1 contender match, Arcangel will be the opponent of the leader of the Alpha Rangers here tonight. We're going to be having the second command of the Old Gods, Arcangel, versus the leader of the Alpha Rangers, Alpha Crimson Ranger. We're live here in Washington, D.C. as Arcangel slowly makes his way to the ring, locking eyes with the United States Champion. Tonight he has only one goal, and it is to claim singles championship gold here tonight. The Women's United States Championship will also be on the line later on tonight as Allison Payne will be challenging the Women's United States Champion, the timeless Toni Storm. And we're also going to be having 2 Declaration of Domination ladder matches. 4 men and 4 women will be climbing up the ladder for the Declaration holder briefcase. The winner will be able to cash in for any singles championship they won at any time of their choosing. And also our main event, we have Amanda Price and a mystery tag team partner helping her defend the mixed tag team titles against the Red Faction here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Boise, Idaho, weighing in at 215 pounds, Arcangel! And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 228 pounds, the United States Champion, Alpha Crimson!
You can see Alpha Crimson Ranger, despite being the leader of a 5-person faction, has chosen to come out to defend his title by himself, while Arcangel has Amber Charlotte in his corner. This definitely gives the representative of the Old Gods the advantage over the United States Champion. And it just goes to show how much Alpha Crimson loves the sport, how much he loves one-on-one competition, going into this match completely solo without any backup in his corner. Arcangel, on the other hand, even though Damian Maximus seems to be trying to prove to his father, Charles Elliott, that he's on the up and up, that the Old Gods, still, I'm not convinced. I don't think they can be trusted to play fair. I have a feeling Amber Charlotte is going to have something to do with this match here tonight. We're starting off with Alpha Crimson putting Arcangel into an arm lock in the beginnings of this United States Championship match, opening tonight's Declaration of Domination 4th of July special event. Arcangel reversing, bringing the leader of the Alpha Rangers into a headlock. Alpha Crimson struggling to get out of that strong grip of the enforcer of the Old Gods. A nice reversal by Alpha Crimson. able to bring Arcangel into an unlock once again, taking the old god down to his knees. Amazing takedown by the United States champion, followed up by an elbow drop. Alpha Crimson looking for a high-flying move. And here he comes. Spring on the top rope. Clothesline, taking down the challenger. Crimson now bringing in Arcangel into a fisherman suplex. Here comes the grapple. It looks like he's about to drive Arcangel into the ropes. Arcangel going for a kick to the midsection. Now locking up with the United States champion. And once again, Alpha Crimson going for the headlock and an over-the-shoulder headlock takedown. Huge uppercut by Arcangel, gaining the advantage. And right into that exposed turnbuckle when the referee wasn't looking. Amber Charlotte pulling the padding right off. As I said, the old gods, despite what they're trying to make Charles Elliott believe, have not changed their ways at all and are definitely fighting dirty in tonight's match. And the fact that Alpha Crimson not bringing back up is a huge mistake on his part. Kick out on 2 by the United States champion. The title match still continues. Alpha Crimson now bringing Arcangel into the corner. The referee occupied trying to get the turnbuckle padding back onto the corner. And a huge super kick by Arcangel. Arcangel now driving that knee into the skull of the United States champion, Alpha Crimson, in a lot of trouble as Arcangel rolls those elbows. And here comes the Razor's Edge. The Razor's Edge by Arcangel, his finisher move. And Arcangel unable to seal the deal. Alpha Crimson kicking out at the last moment. Huge clothesline by Alpha Crimson. 2 clotheslines. Arcangel trying to get the kick in, but Alpha Crimson with the reversal. And the United States champion is on fire here tonight. Here comes the grapple. Arcangel now in the corner, but he throws a huge elbow to the United States champion, the challenger, now gaining the advantage. Alpha Crimson, though, coming with an elbow of his own. Huge slap by Alpha Crimson, Arcangel with the receipt. And these two getting into a test of strength between these two, a test of endurance. The crowd here in Washington, D.C. completely on their feet. Alpha Crimson with an open hand chop to the chest. And a huge right shot, and now these two just bashing in each other's skulls with right hands in the middle of the ring. Arcangel attempting to scoop by his son. Alpha Crimson reverses with a reverse DDT. And now, Crimson making his way to the top rope. Atomic elbow drop by the leader of the Alpha Rangers. And he's going to try to retain the title. 1, 2, and no Arcangel able to get the shoulder up. Crimson unable to seal the deal here tonight. So Irish whip. Arcangel throwing Alpha Crimson over the top rope. Here goes Alpha Crimson rolling the elbow. Spring off that top rope, and nobody home. Arcangel went on the way, and he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and there's Alpha Crimson getting the shoulder up, and Arcangel asking himself now what he's got to do to put this man away. Crimson coming out of nowhere with a Hurricanrana, and there it is. Amber Charlotte distracting the United States champion. And there's Arcangel trying to bully the referee into saying, come on ref, do your job, make a sound decision. Allowing himself to be distracted instead of taking advantage of the opening Amber Charlotte was offering. I'll tell you, I think this title match has definitely shown the old gods' colors. They may have moved away from Hercules, but I don't think they really strayed too far from the path that they've been on before, separating themselves from the mighty god. Arcangel. Going for the accolade. Accolade by Arcangel. He's got Crimson right in the middle of the ring. Will he tap out? And he does. Alpha Crimson, no choice but to tap out to the accolade. We have a new United States champion.
Here is your winner, and new United States champion, Arcangel.
Arcangel, with a little help of Amber Charlotte, was able to secure the United States Championship, putting Alpha Crimson in the accolade, forcing the former champion to tap out. And now, Arcangel, the first member of this new version of the Old Gods to retain championship gold. The first time Arcangel receiving singles gold outside of the hardcore division. Coming up next, we have our first Declaration of Domination ladder match for the women's division.
The following contest is the Money in the Bank ladder match. To win this match, the winner is a superstar who climbs up the ladder and retrieves a briefcase with a contract inside of it to be cashed in over the next year, anytime, any place. Making her way to the ring, representing the Old Gods from Baltimore, Maryland, the Olympian Empress Rebecca Troy.
Over the last 2 weeks, we've been having various qualifying matches in both men's and women's divisions. 4 matches for each division. The winners of those 4 matches will be facing off here tonight in this ladder match. The objective is to climb and grab the Declaration Holder briefcase. Whoever wins will be Miss Declaration Holder of Independence Day. The briefcase is good for a 1-year time limit. They can cash it in at any point they choose for any singles championship within their division. And this would be a huge win for Rebecca Troy here tonight. She can use that to cash in for any women's championship she desires at any point in her convenience. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the match. It doesn't matter if the title was just defended. It doesn't matter if the champion is laid out in the middle of the floor. She can go up to a ref at any point and say, I want my championship match right now. This would be a perfect win for Rebecca Troy if she can climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase here tonight at Declaration of Domination.
And her opponents, first from Osaka, Japan, Beautiful.
And here comes Akima Sake, who's been on a bit of a comeback streak ever since losing the European Championship. She won her qualifying match to compete here in the Declaration Domination ladder match. And again, this would be a great comeback for her if she can retrieve the briefcase here tonight. And theoretically, if she wanted to reclaim, say, the Women's European Championship with it, she could. However, knowing her, I think she would have her eyes on a bigger prize, the women's title.
from England.
And here comes Jamie Hayter, folks. And to win her qualifying match, she had to defeat Red. Red, who had 2 wins over her in a huge rivalry between the two. Jamie Hayter, though, finally got her receipt. Finally got her payback against Red. And in the same time, securing her spot in tonight's ladder match. Talk about killing two birds with one stone. Now that her rivalry with Red is over, Jamie Hayter can now focus on a bigger prize, the Declaration Holder briefcase.
Representing the final testament from Manchester, England, the archetype Nancy Van Diver.
And here comes Nancy Vandal, making her way to the ring. The newest member of the 7th Testament, led by Killer Cross. And she's looking to be the first member of the faction to win championship gold by securing the briefcase first here tonight. And again, whoever becomes Miss Declaration Holder, whoever receives the briefcase with the contract inside, can use it to cash in for any singles championship at any point of their choosing. Rebecca Troy is ready. Akima Sake's ready. Jamie Hayter ready. Nancy Vandal ready to go, and this ladder match begins. 4 women competing, every woman for themselves in this match. The objective, first one to climb the ladder to grab the briefcase wins tonight's match. Here comes Nancy Vandal using the ladder on Akima Sake, intercepting her before a chair shot could be used. And now Nancy Vandal back in the ring as Jamie Hayter delivers a clothesline onto Rebecca Troy. And now we got Nancy Vandal take on Jamie Hayter, throwing her into the corner. She's bringing her to the top rope. And looks like Nancy Vandal going for a Frankensteiner. Frankensteiner off the top rope by Nancy Vandal. And now she's got her focus on Rebecca Troy. So far, Nancy Vandal dominating in this 4-way ladder match. Kimasaki now going for those low kicks on Jamie Hayter. Nancy Vandal springing, and here goes a helicopter onto the Empress Rebecca Troy. Kimasaki now throwing Nancy Vandal into the corner. And she comes springing off the second rope. Hurricanrana by Akima Sake as Nancy Vandal right on top of the ladder, and a flying moonsault by the beautiful Akima Sake. Jamie Hayter bringing a table into the match now as Rebecca Troy retrieves the ladder. And here comes Akima Sake going for a suplex. Rebecca Troy with a quick counter, and huge roll up by Akima Sake, reversing Rebecca Troy. Nancy Vandal going for those devastating punches and kicks onto Jamie Hayter. And there's Akima Sake being thrown over the top rope. Huge elbow to reverse on Rebecca Troy. And here comes Jamie Hayter with a cutter onto Nancy Vandal using the ropes as leverage. Jamie Hayter now going one-on-one with Rebecca Troy, throwing her into the corner. Here comes a stomp. Huge arm lock by Jamie Hayter onto Rebecca Troy. And now she's putting her focus on Akima Sake. Jamie Hayter trying to gain the advantage over all 3 women here. And then a scoop by in the middle of the ring as she clotheslines Nancy Vandal before she can hit her with a Singapore cane. Nancy Vandal just eating the attack though, trying to bring Jamie Hayter to the top rope. Clothesline by Jamie Hayter onto Nancy Vandal, forcing her out of the ring. And now Jamie Hayter now going for the ladder, setting up into the corner. I wonder what she has in mind here. She wants to grapple. Rebecca Troy going for the Irish whip. Reversal by Jamie Hayter. And now Rebecca Troy and Akima Saki double teaming on Jamie Hayter here. Rebecca Troy turning her back, throwing Akima Saki over the top rope on top of the ladder, wedged between the ring and the announcer's table. Nancy Vandal going the quick work on Rebecca Troy here. And a drop kick by Nancy Vandal. Rebecca Troy throwing. Oh! X Factor by Akima Saki onto Rebecca Troy. And she goes for a right hand onto Jamie Hayter. And Jamie Hayter looking as confident as ever. She's going to roll out the ring as she goes one-on-one with Nancy Vandal outside. And Nancy Vandal with a cutter onto Jamie Hayter. Rebecca Troy gaining advantage over Akima Saki in the middle of the ring. And Nancy Vandal jumping in to take on Rebecca Troy. And here goes a helicopter by Nancy Vandal onto Rebecca Troy there. And Vandal going for the ladder. And Akima Saki whipping the ladder right out of her hand. And throws it right into Nancy Vandal's skull. Forward takedown by Jamie Hayter. It's amazing how Nancy Vandal able to keep standing after taking a ladder right into the skull like that. And she's sitting in the middle of the ring. Like Nancy Vandal going to climb that ladder. Jamie Hayter meeting her on the top of it. And she's got her by the throat. There's Akima Saki attacking Jamie Hayter from behind. And she's going to push on the ladder, and both women fall 15 feet from the air. Rebecca Troy throwing Akima Saki outside the ring on top of the wedge ladder outside the ring. Rebecca Troy wrenching the head of Nancy Vandal. And there's Jamie Hayter now being thrown onto the ladder over the top rope. Akima Saki having a huge advantage against Rebecca Troy and Nancy Vandal. Vandal, though, reversing the Irish whip, throwing some devastating elbow strikes. And here goes Nancy Vandal with a 619. Oh, Rebecca Troy spitting the mist into Akima Saki. Completely legal in this four-way ladder match. Akima Saki fighting completely blind now, thanks to the Empress Rebecca Troy, who is now coming back into the ring with a steel chair. Nancy Vandal seeing it coming, knocks the chair out of Rebecca Troy's hands. And here comes Jamie Hayter with a suplex onto Troy. Drop kick by Nancy Vandal. Akima Saki throwing Rebecca Troy against the ropes. And a suplex onto Jamie Hayter. Wheelbarrow DDT by Nancy Vandal. And she just grabs the chair right out of Akima Saki's hands. And she brings her in. Irish whip over the top rope. Everyone is out of the ring except for Nancy Vandal, who's now taking advantage as she goes for the ladder. Nancy Vandal climbs to the top. She's going for the suitcase. Jamie Hayter hitting Rebecca Troy with the chair, the ladder knocked down, and Nancy Vandal being powerbombed right on top of the cold, hard steel. But Jamie Hayter is going to go for a jawbuster. Reversed by Nancy Vandal. Akima Saki throwing a second ladder into the ring. Jamie Hayter being thrown on the top rope. And there's Rebecca Troy smashing Akima Saki's face right into the ladder on the ground. Nancy Vandal being knocked off the ladder as Rebecca Troy pushes down. Nancy Vandal falling 15 feet into the air, right on top of that chair laying in the middle of the ring. First DDT by Nancy Vandal, reversing the scoop body slam. It's amazing the amount of punishment. The amount of punishment Nancy Vandal can take. She's been hit with a ladder, thrown on ladders, knocked off a ladder, and still is the dominant woman in this four-way ladder match. Yosaki making her way to the ring. Driving Rebecca Troy into the corner. Huge elbow by the Empress Rebecca Troy. Hater with a clothesline from behind. Suplex by Rebecca Troy, and the ladder falls right on top of Akimasaki. It's an end of seeing the chair shot coming, punches right into it, knocking into Rebecca Troy's face. Rebecca Troy instantly able to recover though, giving Nancy Vandal the receipt. And Jimmy Hayter now on the top rope. Double axe handle onto the skull of Rebecca Troy. And Jimmy Hayter coming in. Inverted neck breaker. I'm telling you, this match so far has been absolute pure chaos. All four of these women want to be Miss Declaration holder, want to have the briefcase that will allow them to cash in for any title match at any moment of their choosing. This is beyond just a number one contender match. This is a number one contender match in convenience. And how we got the steel stairs laying in the middle of the ring, adding a new layer of risk. We got steel all over the ring canvas. The entire ring looks like a war zone now. Star press by Nancy Vandal, however, reversed by Akimasaki with the code breaker. And a super kick by Rebecca Troy onto Akimasaki. Rebecca Troy going for a finals carry. Face plant by Rebecca Troy onto Nancy Vandal. Ooh, ON. So Akimasaki, Jimmy Hayter has been busted open. Jimmy Hayter has been busted wide open. Akimasaki with a frog splash off the top rope onto a bloody Jamie Hayter. Akimasaki and Rebecca Troy double teaming on Nancy Vandal. And there goes Akimasaki taking advantage. Now going one-on-one against the Empress. And all three women, except for Akimasaki, is down. She's going for the ladder. Looks like she's going to go try and take advantage as she goes to climb for the briefcase. No. Instead, she's choosing to punish Rebecca Troy more. I think that might have been a mistake on Akimasaki's point. If I were her, I would have gone and climbed that ladder. Rebecca Troy not making the same mistake as she's going for the briefcase. She's nearly got it. And here goes Jamie Hayter. No, Rebecca Troy retrieved it. Rebecca Troy is Miss Declaration holder.
Here is your winner and Miss Money in the Bank, the Olympian Empress Rebecca Troy.
What a chaotic match, as the Empress Olympian Rebecca Troy is now the Miss Declaration holder. Inside the suitcase, a contract that Rebecca Troy can use at any time of her choosing to cash in for a women's title match. We still got more to come in our 4th of July special, the Declaration of Domination. Still to come, we have the Women's United States Championship on the line, Toni Storm versus Allison Payne. Plus, we have the Men's Declaration of Domination ladder match on the way. We got Chad Gable, Damian Maximus, Adam Copeland, and Chris Jericho. And also our main event. We got Amanda Price and a mystery tag team partner who will be substituting for Steven Dynamite tonight as she defends the mixed tag team titles against Brenda Bison and Andre Armstrong of the Red Faction. That's all to come here tonight for our 4th of July special. Don't go away, we got more action-packed wrestling after this. Victoria Wong here with Scott Storm. Last Saturday, on State of Emergency, you attacked Joe Henry in the middle of his match against Castor Black. Are you in league with the Wolfpack? No. Honestly, I'm tired of no one seeing my worth. I am the best athlete in GTW, point blank, and I'm out to prove it. Joe Henry just happened to be the one I made an example out of. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be generous tonight. That's right, I'm going to give anyone in the locker room who thinks they have the cojones to step up to me the opportunity to prove themselves as well. I mean, it's 4th of July. We're in a country of opportunities. Let's see who's man enough to accept my open challenge. I think I'm going to head out there right now.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 220 pounds, Scott Storm!
And Scott Storm just announced in an interview with Victoria Wong that he's about to come out here and issue an open challenge. He claims that he attacked Joe Henry at State of Emergency last Saturday because he wants to prove that he is the best athlete in GTW and was looking to make an example out of Joe Henry. And it looks like he's looking to make an example out of someone again here tonight, saying that this is 4th of July, a holiday celebrating a country full of opportunities, and it's going to give someone the opportunity to prove him wrong here tonight. As Scott Storm would say, the storm is coming, and that's going to be the case right now. But who in the locker room is willing to accept this impromptu open challenge? Tonight is the 4th of July Open Challenge. Who has something to prove? I want to know who has the balls to take on the greatest wrestler in GTW. And here comes the one answering the call.
And his opponent from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Joe Hendry.
In the back, it was Victoria Wong and Scott Storm who said Joe Henry's name. And you know what to say, you say his name, and he shall appear. Joe Henry accepting the open challenge here in declaration of domination. Joe Henry, a former United States champion, about to put Scott Storm in his place here tonight, getting his receipt, getting his justice for what happened last Saturday at State of Emergency. Got a comment from Dancing Red Sox saying, "We believe in Joe Henry." Yes, we do. Joe Henry getting ready to take on Scott Storm in this 4th of July open challenge. And here he comes running in. Scott Storm dodging, grabbing Joe Henry from behind. Nice reversal by Joe Henry, putting Scott Storm into a headlock. Huge takedown by Scott Storm as he now puts an arm lock onto Joe Henry. Scott Storm looking to prove that he's the best athlete in GTW. Want to make an example out of Joe Henry at last week's pay-per-view event. And tonight issues an open challenge, looking to make another example, and Joe Henry coming out here, looking for justice, accepting the open challenge. In the back in the interview, it was Scott Storm who mentioned the name Joe Henry, and now Joe Henry has appeared to take him on one-on-one. Arm drag takedown by Joe Henry onto Scott Storm. They lock up, and Joe Henry go for the Irish whip. Scott Storm throwing him over the top rope. Huge right hand as he brings him onto the ring apron, and Scott Storm slamming Joe Henry onto the side of the ring. The fans here in Washington, D.C. not too happy with the one issuing the open challenge here. Joe Henry attempting to close on Scott Storm. Just Scott Storm again trying to feed his own ego here. However, it was Scott Storm who said his name in the interview, and Joe Henry appeared, now going one-on-one against Scott Storm in his 4th of July open challenge. For Scott Storm, this is about proving himself, showing that he is a worthy athlete, the number one athlete in GTW. For Joe Henry, though, this is about payback. This is about getting justice for what was done last week at State of Emergency. And I'm sure Joe Henry was probably the last person Scott Storm was expecting to walk through that curtain here tonight. Here comes Joe Henry, shoulder tackle on Scott Storm. Scott Storm with a huge kick onto Joe Henry. Huge right cross by Joe Henry on Scott Storm. Storm coming in, elbow shot to Joe Henry. And the two going back and forth in this bloodbath. Kicking midsection by Scott Storm, and a lariat takedown, taking down Joe Henry. There's the Irish whip. Joe Henry coming off the ropes. Scott Storm ducking under. Swinging net breaker by Scott Storm. And right now it seems Scott Storm has the upper hand, has the advantage over Joe Henry. And comes in, frog splash onto the spine of his opponent. Joe Henry withering in pain on the ground. And a very smart move by the challenger. Joe Henry swinging off his leg, getting the crowd here in Washington, D.C. fired up. Scott Storm ducking under the clothesline, giving him a German suplex. Now making his way to the top rope. And Joe Henry rolling out of the way. Nobody home with that aerial assault. Samoan drop by Joe Henry. And he's sizing him up. Joe Henry going in for the choke slam. Out with Scott Storm. Going for a lariat elbow. Submission hold by Scott Storm. He's pulling Joe Henry away from the ropes, keeping him from getting a rope break. Joe Henry able to pry out of the hold, but not enough to escape the offense as Scott Storm follows through with a scoop body slam. And Scott Storm with a quick win over Joe Henry.
Here is your winner, Scott Storm!
Came out next, we got the Women's United States Championship. Toni Storm about to defend against Allison Payne.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's United States Championship.
And here comes the United States Champion, the timeless Toni Storm, making her title defense here in Washington, D.C. It's been a minute since we've seen Toni Storm in the ring. But tonight, of all nights, here on the 4th of July, here at Declaration of Domination, she will be defending the United States Championship. And here comes the challenger, Allison Payne, who won the #1 contender match last week on Dystopia. Coming in to challenge the timeless Toni Storm for the Women's United States title. And the crowd not exactly giving her favor here. Toni Storm looks like she might be the fan favorite to win tonight's match. Allison Payne, relatively new to the GTW roster, getting her first singles championship match here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Jersey City, New Jersey, Allison Payne. From Auckland, New Zealand, the Women's United States Champion, Toni Storm.
Here we go, the Women's GTW United States Championship on the line. Toni Storm versus Allison Payne. And here comes the bell. Becca Troy going for that headlock. Goes to get Allison Payne from behind. Allison Payne reversing the lock onto Toni Storm. Toni Storm fighting everything she has to get out of it. And an over-the-shoulder headlock takedown by the challenger Allison Payne. Now applying more pressure onto the United States champion, Toni Storm. We've already seen the men's United States Championship change hands in tonight's opening match. Arcangel defeating Alpha Crimson Ranger to become the new U.S. champion. And now the same could very much happen tonight as Allison Payne challenges Toni Storm here at the Declaration of Domination. Nice unlock takedown by Toni Storm. Now placing Allison Payne into an armbar. Trying to do damage to the shoulder of the challenger here tonight. Toni Storm springing off the second rope. Nobody home. Goes for drop kick. Allison Payne again. Amazing in-ring awareness. She comes off the ropes. And here comes Storm. Going for a pin. However, Allison Payne getting the rope break. Allison Payne attempting a German suplex. Reversal by Toni Storm. Allison Payne going for a shot to the midsection, trying to get her bearings back onto her feet. Look at Toni Storm with those right hands taking down Allison Payne, now making her way to the top rope. Allison Payne slowly getting to her feet. Double axe handle by the United States champion. And they bring this match here at ringside. Huge strike by Toni Storm. And takes Allison Payne down. Allison Payne being thrown back into the ring here. A feint kick by Allison Payne, reversed by Toni Storm, and she's driving those knuckles into the skull, reversing the powerbomb. And a spear by Allison Payne, taking down the US champion. And here it comes for the title. 1, 2, but Toni Storm kicks out. Big drop kick by Allison Payne. Toni Storm on her back. There's the Irish whip. Toni Storm now in the corner. Here comes Allison Payne. What a kick! Amazing athleticism by Allison Payne here. Bring Toni Storm off the top turnbuckle. And a huge driver by Allison Payne. 1, 2, and Toni Storm kicking out, barely saving her championship. With a huge moonsault by Allison Payne. Kick by Toni Storm. And here she comes with that right hand. Toni Storm with the forward suplex onto that top rope. Allison Payne. And a lot of troll here. It looks like Allison Payne is bleeding now. It looks like she's been busted open by Toni Storm. A huge disadvantage for the challenger here. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Allison Payne, she's been cut right over her right eye. And all that blood rushing into the eye there, obscuring her vision. Allison Payne now wrestling this match half blind. She's desperately trying to fight back to get out of that hold from Toni Storm. Toni Storm smells the blood in the water. Allison Payne going for a powerbomb, trying to end this match as fast as possible before the injury takes its toll. And what's this? And it's the paparazzi. Toni Storm's personal cameraman coming in the ring, taking shots of the match, and has ended up evidently blinding the challenger. Toni Storm going to take advantage with a pile driver onto Allison Payne. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, no! Allison Payne getting the shoulder up, and Toni Storm cannot believe it. She thought she had that match won. Allison Payne grabbing Toni Storm by the hair and swings her across the ring. Goes for a double axe handle. Toni Storm reversing to a drop kick to the skull of the challenger here. And there's a nice jaw buster. And she rolls Toni Storm into a pin for the title. 1, 2, and Toni Storm with a kick out. The grapple of Toni Storm going to the Irish whip. and a spear by Allison Payne right into the ribs of Toni Storm, and she's going for the title here. 1, 2, 3, and we have a new Women's United States Champion, Allison Payne.
Here is your winner, and new Women's United States Champion, Allison Payne.
Incredible win by Allison Payne. Both the men's and women's United States Championship has changed hands here tonight. Despite fighting half blind, blood in the eye, Allison Payne managed to overcome all odds and has defeated Toni Storm and is now our new Women's United States Champion.
The following contest is a fatal four-way ladder match. Making his way to the ring, representing American-made from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable.
And here we go, another declaration holder match. 4 men entering the ring. Fatal 4-way ladder match. Same rules apply as the match earlier tonight. Whoever climbs the ladder and grabs the briefcase will be Mr. Declaration Holder. Will be able to cash in the contract inside the suitcase for any singles championship match they want in any division they want.
And his opponents, first representing the Olympians, weighing in at 227 pounds, Damian Maximus.
Damian Maximus, one half of the Olympians, with Rebecca Troy, the leader of the Old Gods, the new leader of the Old Gods. It was Damian Maximus who overthrew the mighty god Hercules. Damian Maximus who coordinated with his father, Charles Elliott, who coordinated with the subjects of the Old Gods, Arcangel, Rebecca Troy, and Amber Charlotte. Damian Maximus, who brought J.C. Mateo into the fold. He's the one who defeated Hercules in one final match. He is the one who delivered the final blow, ridding him from GTW. And now tonight, he's competing in the Declaration of Domination ladder match to become Mr. Declaration Holder. His goal to retrieve the briefcase and use it to become GTW champion. A crown for the new mighty god, Damian Maximus. And here comes Adam Copeland, making his way to the ring. They join the Rated R Superstar.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds, Adam Cooper!
The last 2 weeks, there have been 4 qualifying matches throughout Brawl and Dystopia The winners of this qualifying matches are squaring off in this fatal 4-way ladder match. The winner will be Declaration Holder. Does the Rated R Superstar Adam Copeland have what it takes to be Mr. Declaration Holder so he can succeed in becoming GTW Champion?
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 228 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, who won the final qualifying match last week on Dystopia against Chosen, will be taking on Damian Maximus, Adam Copeland, and Chad Gable in this fatal 4-way ladder match. Jericho, ever since coming into GTW, has always had the goal of being world champion. This could be his chance. All he has to do is get that briefcase and he can have that championship match any time he pleases. All 4 competitors here tonight are the best of the best. 4 main eventers about to cross paths right here tonight. And here we go. Our 4 competitors are ready to go. Here comes the bell. Damian Maximus taking down Chris Jericho. Chad Gable getting into it with Adam Copeland. It looks like Damian Maximus is wasting no time going for that ladder. We saw what happened in the last 4-way ladder match with the 4 women. There was complete chaos in the ring. Rebecca Troy being the one to retrieve the briefcase. Which one of these 4 men will be able to do the same? Damian Maximus under the ring, grabbing a steel chair and hits Adam Copeland from behind. Chris Jericho coming in though, punching the chair right into Damian Maximus' face. And Chad Gable going for the ladder here, setting up into the corner. And a huge big boot to Chris Jericho. Chad Gable with a lariat taking down Maximus. And a Russian leg sweeper by Adam Copeland. Damian Maximus under the ring, getting the ladder, and we already have complete chaos in this 4-way ladder match. Chad Gable going for his overhand shots on Damian Maximus. Adam Copeland with his right hands onto Chris Jericho. Jericho kick the midsection. Missile drop kick by Jericho. Adam Copeland with a attack from behind, bringing Chad Gable into the corner. And here comes Jericho with a clothesline onto Copeland. Maximus outside the ring, wedging a ladder between the announcer's desk and the ring. No doubt he's got horrible intentions in mind with that setup. Chad Gable outside the ring going for the ladder. It looks like Chad Gable has been cut open. No, I was mistaken. I think I just got a little excited, a little bloodlust going on with all the chaos going on right now. Oh my gosh, Chad Gable with a fisherman suplex. Adam Copeland rolling right off of that wooden table. And a huge knee by Adam Copeland. Jericho coming in, cross body splash. Copeland going for that table. Maximus intercepting him, not giving him the chance. And here goes Copeland going to Maximus with a DDT. Adam Copeland coming in, attempting a spear, intercepted by Damian Maximus before he can execute. Chad Gable going for underhook suplex onto Maximus. Maximus reversing with an arm drag. amazing counter by Maximus there. Jericho, the reversal of his own. Now he's got Maximus to a finals carry. And Damian Maximus being thrown over the top rope. Jericho now bringing his focus on Adam Copeland, throwing him over the top rope. Jericho now the only one standing as he goes for the ladder. Chad Gable slowly getting up. Jericho sees him now. Looking to nip the problem before it becomes a thing. Jericho with a steel chair. And Chad Gable rolls out of the way. German suplex onto the chair by Chad Gable. Adam Copeland now throwing Gable against the ropes. Maximus attacking Jericho with a steel chair. Adam Copeland going after Maximus with a scoop body slam, slamming onto the chair. And look at Adam Copeland driving those knees into the ribs of Chris Jericho. Chad Gable throwing Adam Copeland over the top row. Maximus coming in, knocking Adam Copeland, slamming him right into that reinforced steel apron. And there's Divine Judgment. Maximus laying in Divine Judgment onto Adam Copeland. Jericho going for the briefcase. Maximus distracted by Chad Gable in the corner. Jericho nearly has it. And Jericho wins the match. He's got the suitcase. Jericho is now Mr. Declaration Holder.
Here is your winner and Mr. Money in the Bank, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho has now got the contract. Mr. Declaration Holder, he may use that any time he chooses for any singles championship in his division. Don't go away, folks, because coming up next, we still have our main event. Amanda Price and a mystery tag team partner to replace Steven Dynamite as they defend the mixed gender tag team titles against the Red Faction. Our main event coming up after this break. There could be no failure tonight, Andre. Tonight, I mean to end my rivalry with Amanda Price by taking away the one thing she has left. No matter who her surprise partner will be, tonight the Red Faction will dominate as tag team champions in front of every American here. My only regret is I will not have the pleasure of defeating Steven Dynamite for it. Such a poor excuse for an injury. It appears, like all Americans, Dynamite is a coward. Nonetheless, we will be victorious, Andre. For the motherland. For the motherland. Welcome back, everyone, and it's time for tonight's main event. The mixed gender tag team titles will be on the line. Andre Armstrong and Brenda Bison will be challenging Amanda Price with a mystery tag team partner. Who will be the one replacing Steven Dynamite in tonight's title match? Find out right here for the main event of Declaration of Domination.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Mixed Tag Team Championship.
And here comes the challengers. One half of the Red Faction is the Women's World Champion Brenda Bison, arguably the best woman wrestler in Dystopia's roster. With her, the Russian Gladiator, an Olympic-trained wrestler, Andre Armstrong. Brenda now has a 2-0 record against Amanda Price, not counting the one match that ended a draw due to Amanda Price's concussion back in October at Fright Night. Brenda Bison winning the Women's World title against Amanda Price at Wrestle Nova and has been a proud champion since. And tonight she's looking to take one more belt away from her. Unfortunately, Steven Dynamite not able to compete in this match, who has the last couple of weeks been holding a rivalry against Andre Armstrong. After his match against Benjamin Bourne at State of Emergency, he suffered a minor injury, keeping him out of the ring for the next couple of weeks. Tonight, Amanda Price will be wrestling with a mystery substitute tag team partner. I can only hope Amanda Price picks someone really good, because Brenda Bison is looking to humiliate Amanda Price, putting a close to the rivalry once and for all. She already won the Women's World title from Amanda. Now she's hoping to take the tag team titles from her as well. Well, that's not Amanda Price's usual music. Looks like she's coming out in her old American attire. It's the American Dream Amanda Price wearing her original gimmick tonight. Coming out with her old music, old costume. Same belt. And how fitting for Amanda Price to come out in her original gear here on the 4th of July. For our American special, the Declaration of Domination. And she looks just as good in her original attire now as she did when she first came into GTW. When she wore that outfit, it was back when she was under the apprenticeship of the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. And now we're about to find out who the mystery partner is. No! No way! Of course it is. Who else could have been? Kurt Angle! Kurt Angle is here live in Washington, D.C. here on the 4th of July as Amanda Price's surprise partner. Amanda Price's former mentor making his way to the ring to help her defend the mixed tag team titles here tonight. What a treat we're in for. Andre Armstrong, who is an Olympic trained wrestler, about to face an Olympic gold medalist. Kurt Angle, with decades of experience in pro wrestling, even more experience in Olympic style wrestling. One of the greatest athletes in the entire world, in the entire history of wrestling. Coming out tonight for one final match. The crowd going absolutely crazy as his Olympic gold medalist comes out. Him and Amanda Price reunited one final time in our main event.
Introducing the challengers, the Russian gladiator, Andre Armstrong, and the assassin, Brenda Bison, the Red Faction. And their opponents, Kurt Angle and the American Dream, Amanda Price.
It's great seeing these two reunited once again. It's been years since Amanda Price and Kurt Angle have tagged together in a match of this magnitude. And it looks like we're going to start off with the American gold medalist, Kurt Angle, as he takes on the Russian gladiator, Andre Armstrong. And the significance of this match, Andre Armstrong is also a former apprentice of Kurt Angle. Everything Andre Armstrong, when I say Andre Armstrong is an Olympic trained wrestler, that's because he trained under Kurt Angle, the same as Amanda Price. Back when Kurt Angle had the varsity faction years ago, where he was taking the top athletes around the world as his students, Andre Armstrong made his debut under Kurt Angle's banner. Now Andre Armstrong looking to show his former mentor what he's learned since then, and look at that, immediately going to attack Amanda Price. Amanda Price with full in-ring awareness, going for a shot to the ribs, hasn't slowed down the Russian gladiator though, as he takes the fight to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle now being thrown into the corner, and a huge elbow. Angle with a collar and elbow tie-up. Now throwing Andre Armstrong into the ring, tagging in Amanda Price. And there's Amanda going for a shot to the ribs. Amanda one-on-one with Andre Armstrong. The two apprentices of Kurt Angle going one-on-one in the ring. Right here is Amanda Price. Amanda Price coming off the ropes. Clothesline, Andre Armstrong rolling out of the way. And Andre is still staying strong in this tag team match. Amanda throwing him into the corner. Oh, and what a tactical move by the American Dream, Amanda Price, as she uses Andre's own knee as leverage. Unfortunately, Andre Armstrong does have a size and power advantage over Amanda Price here, and is able to power through the technical prowess of Amanda Price. Now tagging in Brenda Bryson, the Red Faction, go for a double hit toss. Amanda Price getting flipped 10 feet into the air. And now this is the match, the one-on-one everyone's been waiting for. Amanda Price versus Brenda Bryson right here as they look to finish off their rivalry. Brenda Bryson's goal is to take away the one thing Amanda Price has left, and that's the mixed tag team titles. She's already taken the world title from Amanda Price back at WrestleNova. And there's a scoop body slam by Brenda Bryson. Kurt Angle looking for that tag. Bryson not allowing it. There's Amanda being thrown against the ropes. Shoulder tackle by Amanda Price. She comes with a dropkick. Amazing awareness by Brenda Bryson. There's also the question to ask, what does it mean if Amanda Price and Kurt Angle can score the win here tonight? Speaking of which, here comes the pin. Brenda Bryson with an immediate kick out. If Amanda Price can pin Brenda Bryson, would that make her #1 contender for the world title? Would that give her a shot to essentially get a chance to get even with Brenda Bryson? Now Kurt Angle, as the legal man, Brenda Bryson going for those sharp elbows to take him down. And Brenda Bryson immediately going for the crossface. The Kurt Angle, who immediately rolls his way out of it, showing just how good he is, his knowledge in technical wrestling. Angle reversing the Irish whip. Brenda Bryson in the corner. Kurt Angle using his size and power to his advantage, thrusting his shoulder into the ribs of Brenda Bryson. Angle with the right hand, amazing counter, amazing parry by Brenda Bryson here. She's going off the ropes, and a punt kick right to Kurt Angle. Brenda Bryson showing the Olympic gold medalist why she's the women's world champion right now. Another huge counter. Bryson coming across the ring, nobody home for that exchange. Kurt Angle quickly taking advantage of her mistake. Bryson now in the corner. Kurt Angle now tagging in his former apprentice, Amanda Price. Price having Bryson against the ropes, and Bryson swiftly and surely throws Amanda Price over the top rope, taunting her to get back in the ring. She's being impatient as she comes out here ringside, attacking Amanda Price. It looks like she's trying to put her into a Boston Crab. It may do some damage, but if Amanda were to tap out, it would not give Brenda Bison the win. Amanda with a swift counter, using everything Kurt Angle has taught her against Brenda Bison here. Bison coming in with a drop kick to the chest of Amanda Price. Price in a lot of trouble. The Red Faction thus far have been dominating this tag team match. They are very hungry for those tag team titles. Bison making her way back in the ring. Amanda Price following. And just look at her just stepping on Amanda Price there. Amanda Price coming off the ropes. Shoulder tackle to Brenda Bison. Bison go for a clothesline. Amanda Price ducks under. And a huge elbow by Brenda Bison. Oh! Reverse fisherman onto Amanda Price. Here comes the pin. But Kurt Angle stopping the pin, saving the match. You gotta wonder what the kind of pressure is on Kurt Angle right now. He's the substitute tag team partner for Steven Dynamite. If they lose the tag team titles, Kurt Angle's gotta live that it might be on him that Dynamite no longer has the belt. Huge shot to the ribs by Brenda Bison. And oh my god, look at her using that top rope as leverage as she chokes Amanda Price with the heel of her boot. And a brain buster onto Kurt Angle. Brenda Bison single-handedly taking on both members of Team America. Angle kicking Bison off. And both women looking to get back into the ring to settle this. Two shots to the ribs by Brenda Bison. And Amanda Price is down. You also got to be thinking, is Amanda Price even in this match 100%? Ooh, Brenda, that might be enough. Brenda Bison go for the pin. 1, 2, and Amanda Price managing to kick out. As I was saying, you gotta imagine Amanda Price not going into this match 100% after that brutal defeat she suffered in the hands of the Witch at the main event of State of Emergency. It was a 3 stages of hell match. The first match was a steel cage. Second match was a false count anywhere. The Witch defeating Amanda Price in the cage, and then within seconds of round 2, managed to knock Amanda Price out and get a 3 count. Barely, the round 2 barely even beginning before the Witch securing her title defense against Amanda Price. And there's Kurt Angle with the angle slam, his finisher move on Andre Armstrong, and Brenda Bison going in with the save. Attempted dropkick by Andre Armstrong. Kurt Angle going for the pin once more, using the ropes as leverage. Hey, if it broke, don't fix it. Huge clothesline, nearly taking Kurt Angle's head off, and here goes the pin. 1, 2, and Kurt Angle getting the shoulder up. Another attempt at clothesline. Kurt Angle going for the legs here, and Kurt Angle's got it locked in, the ankle lock. Kurt Angle's got the ankle lock onto Andre Armstrong. Andre Armstrong rolling out of the way. Master versus Apprentice one-on-one right here in our 4th of July special. And there's Andre making a tag to Brenda Bison. Kurt Angle making his way to the top rope. And nobody home. He must misjudge the distance between him and Brenda. And Brenda capitalizing with a leg drop. Here comes the pin for the tag team titles. 1, 2, and Kurt Angle with the kick out. Another thing to consider, Kurt Angle is not exactly in his prime anymore. He's aged quite a bit over the last few decades. May not be wrestling at full capacity like he used to. I'm saying that as I'm watching him fling Brenda Bison across the ring, coming in with a flying moonsault, but Bison countering with a code breaker. An Angle with a kick to the midsection. Throwing Bison into the corner. Angle making the tag to Amanda Price. Angle launching Amanda Price from across the ring as she does a flying shoulder tackle onto Brenda Bison. And now she's going to lock in the sharpshooter. She's got locked in sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. Bison though, able to counter Amanda Price's submission hold. And here goes, oh, Angle slam. Amanda Price with the Angle slam onto Brenda Bison. Bison going for a shot to the ribs. Going for a desperate pin. 1, 2, and a reversal by Price. 1, 2, another reversal by Brenda Bison. 1, 2, and a kick out by Amanda Price there. Amanda Price nearly had it with that Angle slam. Bison, if anything, is resilient. Lady Abigail by Brenda Bison. And Kurt Angle able to break it up, saving the tag team titles, if not just a few moments longer. Huge elbow by Amanda Price onto Brenda Bison. Avalanche by Amanda Price. Bison still has a lot of stamina, probably much more than Price at this point. And Price making her way to the second rope, using the turnbuckle's leverage as she chokes out of Brenda Bison. Amanda using the environment to her advantage. And a huge clothesline by Brenda Bison. And here she goes, making the tag to Andre Armstrong. Once again, the two apprentices of Kurt Angle about to go at it once more in the ring. Goes for a dropkick. Amanda Price with a huge counter, grabbing him. Going for a takedown. She attempts a submission hold. Andre Armstrong driving his boot into the skull of Amanda Price. Andre now using that turnbuckle to his advantage, climbing on the second rope, and there he is, choking Amanda Price with the heel of his boot, bending her in half over that turnbuckle. And what a surprise elbow by Amanda Price into the ribs, German suplex. And here comes Amanda Price taking Andre Armstrong to Suplex City. Brenda Bison coming to the aid of her partner here, the aid to her comrade. Amanda Price momentarily gained the advantage with a Suplex City. However, Andre Armstrong being rescued by Brenda Bison. Amanda Price, though, making a comeback with that clothesline. And an ankle lock. She's using an ankle lock outside the ring, but it won't do her any good. It won't do her any good outside the ring. All it will manage to do is maybe weaken the leg, the ankle of Andre Armstrong. But for now, for all intents and purposes, it was a wasted move. Might have not been the best card for Amanda Price to play in this match. Amanda Price, instead of capitalizing on Andre Armstrong, is allowing herself to be distracted by the Women's World Champion as she goes to take on Brenda Bison, slamming her onto the reinforced apron. Now she immediately draws her attention to Andre Armstrong. Armstrong getting the drop kick. Thanks to Brenda Bison, Andre was able to buy enough time to recover and now gain the advantage over Amanda Price. And a huge clothesline, nearly taking her head off. Amanda Price in a bad way. She needs to tag out. She needs to get to her mentor, Kurt Angle, and tag him in. Amanda making her way back in the ring, knocking Brenda Bison off. And I'm starting to think that Amanda Price is letting her feelings get in the way of this match. Russian leg sweeper by Amanda Price onto Andre Armstrong. And now Andre being thrown back into the ring. Here comes Amanda Price going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Amanda Price, with the help of Kurt Angle, retains the mixed tag team titles.
Here are your winners, and still mixed tag team champions, Kurt Angle and the American Dream, Amanda Price.
What an amazing victory. Amanda Price, with the help of her former mentor, Kurt Angle, able to retain the titles. What a huge win for America here in our 4th of July special declaration of domination. I can't wait to see how this falls. Will this make Amanda Price #1 contender? We'll find out next week when we get into Brawl and Dystopia. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in tomorrow night for a gameplay live stream of 007 First Light. And this Wednesday, live streaming on Twitch, we'll have our double feature show, Brawl and Dystopia. And we're getting into our next pay-per-view season. Next month in August will be our yearly summer show, GTW Summer Bash. That's coming next month. I can't wait to see what surprises we have going into our summer pay-per-view. And for those of you who watch the pay-per-views and weekly shows episodically on my YouTube channel, Infinite Fantasy If, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to know when new GTW content comes to you. And as always, may your fantasies be infinite. Happy 4th of July.